What the f was that? We got new updates for WWE 2K24. The first being that we have persona cards that are going to be coming out. I don't know if these are going to be unlocked through the live events of my faction, or are they going the traditional route of having to get the Mattel figures that are exclusive to the United States. This is one of the problems here when we have these Mattel action figures. I personally like the look of these. I think they're fun. I think it's a fun thing to do. We did have like the de-aged one. They had the N64 style cards that came out, and those are whatever. I personally really like how they've done the Mattel. Just give me a whole video game with the action figures, and it would be a lot of fun. These ones we don't know for sure whether they're going to come out just through the live events, but what I would keep in mind though, and for us to not get so flipping mad about everything, the persona cards for these Mattel figures, if they are going to be exclusives for the action figures in the United States, just give it a little bit of time, because what we've already seen is like Ichiban Hulk Hogan. That one was a Target exclusive, and then it came out into the My Faction in the card market, and you were able to just get it that way. So hang tight when they do come out. I do like the look of Rock and of Hulk Hogan. They do look like a lot of fun. And if you're curious, you can see here we do have the My Faction roadmap for the summertime of all the different events that are going to be dropping. So with how everything has been shaping up, you can expect new persona cards and new models to be dropping consistently over the course of the summer and into the fall. Now with the DLC, we are going to be getting the Pat McAfee show pack that's going to be coming out July 31st, and it's been a wild week with that stuff coming out and being showcased. AJ Hawk, you can see here, his entrance has been revealed, and we also have Pat McAfee, his entrance has been shown off. This pack you can purchase individually, or it's already included in the season pass if you went ahead and you already pre-purchased that like a lot of us did. And this is the worst pack that WWE 2K players have ever seen, because they want actual wrestlers in their game and not people from Pat McAfee's show. I'm excited to be able to add Pat McAfee to my whole roster, but I'm gonna have no interest in playing as everybody else. Maybe some jobbers or new Spirit Squad. You can see too that they have found online that there's going to be full tag team entrance with a full motion for Toxic Table for the two guys that are part of the pack that are with Pat McAfee. The other big addition that they have done, and this is not confirmed whether this is why the DLC pack was delayed, but a lot of people are believing that the reason why the pack is delayed a week is because they added the football. And if that's the case, that's very, very silly. So we have the addition of a usable functional football in the WWE 2K game. And you can see here that we have screenshots and the video from Joe Mashup. So shout out to him, because Joe was able to show us that the football you can toss back and forth and Pat McAfee kicks it. You can throw a football back and forth in your wrestling game. So that's a thing. If you want to do that, I'm sure modders will have a great time being able to sub that thing out and kick a chicken or something like that. I don't know. It's interesting that they give you those kind of weapon physics, because I know that we can throw the chairs. Like I can throw weapons across the arena to somebody else and it can hit a person. It'd be kind of nice if they updated that where, you know, I could throw a chair at my opponent in the ring and they could catch it, like reverse it. That'd be kind of cool. Or do more like wrestling moves with the weapons, but maybe a different year. And the DLC pack itself, if you guys need to get it individually or you want to skip it, it's $9.99 generally for the individual packs. If you don't have it with the season pass, so you can totally skip it and avoid all of this. You are going to get different attire parts, obviously, that come with every character part of this DLC. And I am curious if they're going to add anything in addition to this when it comes out. We'll talk about more of that in a minute. Speaking of DLC though, the next DLC that I think people are really looking forward to is going to be the Global Superstars pack that's coming out in late September. And one of the headliners is going to be Jade Cargill. You can see here that we have an example of Jade Cargill's entrance for the game. This is also showcased by Joe Mashup, shout out to him. And as Joe illustrates, this is a mod of Jade Cargill. This is not the in-game version for 2K24. This is a mod, but this is the entrance that is going with it. The unfinished entrance motions have also been circulating online, so you can find it online for yourself, but it does look very, very accurate for Jade. And I'm excited to have everybody that's going to be in the Global Stars pack. By the way, guys, if you like WWE content in general, we actually have a second channel called Assemble Wrestling, and I'll leave a link in the description to check it out. We go through WWE topics and the latest news and deep dives for you. So it means a lot if you go check that out and maybe subscribe. One of the other big updates, and it's not WWE 2K related, but with WWE and Call of Duty, we have season 5 of the Battle Pass for Call of Duty. And if you're interested in that, you're going to be able to play as Mommy, as Rhea Ripley. They have a Rey Mysterio pack, and they also have Cody Rhodes in the game. The models look really, really cool. You can see here we have Rhea Ripley being showcased as the first drop content content for WWE and Call of Duty, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's probably gonna be something I want to pick up. I'd be really curious to be able to get my hands on Cody Rhodes though, because that model does look really awesome. Rhea Ripley already has the Eradicator in it. There's a lot of cool stuff that they're doing with this, so I do like this type of crossover. It's a lot of fun in Call of Duty. Now with this DLC pack that a lot of people are not looking forward to playing as, but with this DLC drop, it is still possible that 2K gives us another patch to go along with it. The DLC has already been preloaded in the game, so if you turn on your game right now with the latest patch 1.13, you will see all of the DLC superstars, but they are grayed out unless you're on PC and you just unlock the whole thing and you're good to go. Well, with this DLC, there is the potential that next week they give us an additional patch, and I'm only speculating here, and I'm wondering if they will do that and give us something bigger, because they delayed the DLC. They gave us a patch. The patch was very underwhelming. I thought that with this DLC that 2K would really go guns a-blazing and give players something massive to look forward to in terms of game fixes, like the online stability, like universe mode, like giving us even more moves to play with, creation parts, just a lot of stability stuff and not just general stability fixes, but going kind of above and beyond because of how underwhelming this DLC pack has been, giving all players something to look forward to. I'm still holding out hope that next week, because of the delay of the DLC, they can drop another substantial patch with it to give players something more to be able to play with and have fun with. And I did say that with the new DLC that there are more moves, and some of these moves are actually really cool. We finally have Will Ospreay's Hidden Blade is going to be in the game. There's about 20 new moves that have been added in going alongside this DLC. The other one is going to be Darby Allin's Coffin Drop. So I can't wait for when the DLC comes out. We unlock these moves officially. They're locked right now because it's too early, but if you are going to be able to get these, I love the community creations of Will Ospreay and Darby Allin that are out there, and now you get their official finishing moves to go with this. It's going to play really well. It's better than Fight Forever. Like the models, the CAW models look better. This week we should expect to see even more of the entrance reveals for the upcoming Pat McAfee show pack, and I mentioned the Global Superstars pack, and if you guys are interested in that information, it's dropping on September 18th. So now that we are getting the July 31st DLC for Pat McAfee pack, we still got a long road ahead before we get the next two DLC packs, and this one is, I think, pretty anticipated because it's a lot of current WWE wrestlers that people have been wanting to play for the whole duration of this game. So you are getting Jade Cargill that we mentioned earlier. Nia Jax is back in the game. You get Michelle McCool, Carlitos. We get Carlito to Judgment Day, which would be awesome. Kairi Sane, Lyra Valkyria, and Dragon Lee, along with the My Faction content. And the final pack is the WCW pack that's coming out November 13th with DDP, Iron Sheik, Mr. Perfect, Great Muta, Lex Luger. Then we roll pretty much right into 2K25. And there was patch 1.13 that was giving us some updates with the game, and it was very small, like I mentioned. If you want to know more about that, click this video right here as we go in depth about it. Have a great day. See ya.